Welcome back to ShopDog-Garage. I apologize, it has been a while, but it is another 78 Camaro video. That real job has been a real pain. So, during the last 2 weeks, Harlan gathered a bunch of radiator hoses, and our good friends at Napa, once again, still can't get it straight. This hose here represents what we wanted. Just, like a ½ inch longer. This is what the Napa guy came up with. So not only does it kink into the idler bolt, but it also steers away from the radiator neck. So we're gonna have to keep monkeying with that. What do you do? In fact, the weirdest thing being, we gave him the interchange number. Somewhere on this hose was the GM number. Yep, right there. So they still, and I'm sure probably the input and output probably wind up in the same spot, but that doesn't clear something for us. So we'll keep working on the lower. I opened the bleeders. We can see if any gravity is going to help us here. And we test fit a bunch of uppers, and they all fit about the same. And we kind of liked this one. Believe it or not, it's a Master Pro from O'Reilly's. So that's the one we're going to use up top. He is currently looking for some nice clamps. On this car, we're not doing all them goofy things we did on the 55 that turned out to be a real pain in the butt. This one's getting regular old clamps. Okay, and the new one is all painted and nice looking. You can even read where it says lock now. So that's pretty cool, whereas that refurbed one didn't. But we figured, one, let gravity hopefully do the job here, but two, how about we touch painted stuff before we play with brake fluid? Unfortunately, I'm pretty big on taking pictures, so I know the order all of this goes back together. I literally just consulted a picture that showed this going backwards, and then luckily we paid attention and ordered the key buzzer for tilt. You'll notice it is quite a bit longer than the one we were going to have to reuse. And we did buy a new dust cover. I don't know that we need it, but we bought it. So I was just starting to compare. See, there's the one we don't like. And then this is going to slide down. And then when it comes down here to sit in its comb location, that's when this plastic cable protector will slide in. And then if you recall, it kind of keys over a couple of, well, the other two, but it keys over a couple of these bolt locations here. So it'll sit like that against those bottom ones. And that will protect this wire from chafing. Okay, and because reality is what it is, all the research we did pointed to we needed this part number. What was it? The 1093, 7A11093. And if we had telescopic, it would be correct. So this is the original for fixed. What we need is one that's only about that long. So we still have the wrong one. So we're going to keep looking. We don't need it to drive tomorrow, so let's get the right part. And for everybody that's going to say, well, you should just get rid of that stupid buzzer because it's annoying. Well, yeah, they are annoying. That's literally what they're for. They're annoying on purpose. So we're just going to let that sit for a week. Same as that lower rad hose. But right now, we've tried twice to gravity bleed. Hasn't been successful. So it's time to pull out the vacuum pump and get started. So you've seen us do that a million times. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to take the easy win. I'm going to start right here and do the front circuit first. That's almost always easier than the rear. All right, we now have fluid at all 4 bleeders. So they were actually dripping in pans after a while there. We have gone through quite a bit of fluid through here. We even pulled the switch and let that run clean. So everything should be good, clean fluid. Something we'd completely forgotten. When this was tested, this accumulator would hold a lower pressure. So this was pushing just a tiny bit, so that made it harder. So we got brakes, we got an upper rad hose. We started putting together the steering column. So that's where we're at for right now. We've been doing some side tasks, but one thing you guys didn't see is I did hook the brake pedal up. I very carefully opened that door and went in and popped it on the pin. And then remember, we had the bracket sitting here so that we wouldn't lose it. And now there is brake pedal. So that's a great start. We were kind of hoping there would also be steering, but you know, it is what it is. Yeah, that's where we're at right now. We're going to go ahead and close out the video. We've been going down the list, catching up on things. I know it's been like a month, but traveling for work, you got to do what you got to do. Everybody likes to eat every day, so, or at least most days. So next thing on our list is, well, on our list anyway, next is wires. But to do that, I really want the actual valve covers so I can see how best for us to do brackets, you know, and then we'll put these back on, you know.
I got pink eye.
That's not conjunctivitis, that's plastic eye-itis. So, but we're happy that the brakes are better. And, well, we got an upper rad hose anyway. We found, and we're going to have to pay actual prices, but we found the right GM hose we want to cut down. So we'll get that ordered. I'm sure I could almost make that work, but I'd never be happy with it. So, you know, it's not like it has to hit the track tomorrow or anything. See, we got a few other things on the list yet, but we're getting down to it, and we have decided we probably should go ahead and put the headliner in before it goes off for glass. I just don't think it gets easier with the window in the way. So,
Wires.
yeah, I was just telling them about wires while you were out playing with pink eye. So anyway, thanks for watching. Hopefully I'm around the house a little bit more and we can get some more videos up. And remember, even Shoprex needs to pay attention to what he's doing.